In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the greatest thing that happened to small businesses and how you can benefit if you're in solar. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in once again to another solar video on the channel. My name is Ivan and I own a solar growth marketing agency that specializes in solar lead generation and solar sales. We do everything in between, all right? If you're new to the channel, welcome. And please subscribe if you like the content of this video. There's many more videos that you can go back and watch that will probably be of interest to you. But now, the title of this video looked very promising. And so I want to make sure to deliver. I want to start by saying that everything that I mentioned in this video is probably something that you've all have heard that are watching this channel. But I believe, I want to give credit where credit is due. Somebody that I follow, a great entrepreneur, says we need to be reminded more than we need to be taught. And so I like that saying, and that's what I'm saying it to you. We need to be reminded more than we need to be taught, right? I do believe that the greatest thing that ever happened to small business is that we're able to get out to the real world and talk to people, right? Find our ideal customer, right? At a very insignificant cost. Where in the future, if you go back in time, where there was radio, TV, which there still is till today, magazines, right? Billboards and all that kind of stuff. There's no way, I mean, you're paying for something, and that was very expensive back in the day, and it still is, but you know, that was the only option. So only the guys with deep pockets could actually afford something like this. And when social media or the internet came around, a lot of people are like, oh, what is this? What is this, right? And so, but very few people were asking themselves, how can I benefit from this? So if everybody is on social media in this day and age, what makes you think that your ideal customer isn't? And so if you're in solar, there's people out there that are basically browsing the internet, browsing Facebook, browsing Instagram, okay? Going on YouTube, looking up information. They're there, okay? There's homeowners everywhere, right? And we can target them. And that I believe is the greatest thing that a lot of people still haven't grasped fully. And they will at some point, but I believe it will be too late. Because what's been happening is that I want to show you something. I don't know if you're aware of this, but obviously everyone knows that the media channels that I've just mentioned are very expensive to advertise on, like TV, radio, magazines, and whatnot, billboards, right? And they're not very efficient because you target a lot of people and you don't really know who's exposed to what kind of audience is watching the ad, right? Is seeing your promotion. Whereas with social media, we've been given the opportunity to target people exactly the way we wanted them to be, right? We can target people by income brackets. We can target people by, home ownership. We can target people by social economics. We can even target people by race if we wanted to, right? Now, here's what's happening and why I believe it's the greatest thing that ever happened. When social media came about, okay, when social media initially started, okay, let's say CPM, if you don't know marketing terms, CPM is basically what it costs to show our advertisement to 1,000 people. When it started, it was just literally a couple of bucks. So let's say it's, $3, $4, $5. Let's say $5 a few years ago, okay? Oh, damn, that doesn't look like anything, but you understand that's $5, okay? When it started, it was $5, for example. And now I can tell you that it's anywhere upwards of $25, $35, $45, right? That's only a few years later. So what it means is that is still the CPM, but now you're looking at 40, let's say $40. We'll round it up to $40. Could be way higher than that, by the way, but and that's determined by a lot of factors. I don't want to get into these, but basically I want to make sure that I bring to your attention something that is actually very important. And that's not just for people who are in solar, that's for a lot of industries, but that's why I believe this is the greatest thing that ever happened to small business, because the small guys can go in and create something for themselves and put fuel to the fire, which their business is, and grow exponentially. And you don't have to have deep pockets to do that either, right? But what I'm trying to bring to your attention is that when it started off, it was cheap. And now, as time goes on, the price goes up. So the same amount of people, that's 1,000 people, okay? The same amount of people that our advertisement could have been exposed to for $5 is now, let's say, $40. What do you think is gonna happen in 5 years? That $40 is gonna go to $140 or $200, and people will still be advertising, all right? But what I'm saying is that if you're watching this video now and you're not advertising, or you're doing that, but you're not advertising efficiently, and you're not spending the amount of money that you should be spending, I want to bring this to your attention. This would only go up from now. And 5 to 6, 7 years later, we'll be like, oh damn, I wish I spent more money on advertising. Because if you think about this, right? Google, back in the day, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, it was nothing to advertise on Google, right? And why didn't anyone take advantage of that? Because they didn't think people would be on Google. And now look at what's happening. People that actually took advantage of the fact that no one's on Google, right, made massive amounts of wealth and grew their companies exponentially. That's only because they were early starters and they actually adopted this new way of advertising, of getting the word out a lot sooner than everyone else, and that's why they reap the rewards now. And so what I want to say is, if you don't get anything from this video at all, man, I'm telling you, your customers are online and we could target those people, all right? If you want to know how exactly, schedule a call down below and we'll be sure to help you. But again, I mean, if anything, I want this video to serve you as a wake-up call, all right? The cost to show our ad to a bunch of people would only increase from this point forward. It's not gonna go back. It will never go back. And that has nothing to do with inflation, although it might. It has a lot to do with the fact that everyone's on social media, and these companies like Facebook, Google, TikTok, Instagram, right? They all make money because of the eyeballs that they have, right? And so eventually, this will be a lot more expensive, and I'm telling you, small business owners would not be able to afford it. And that's my 2 cents for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I wanted to keep it very short and sweet and to the point, but honestly, if you're not spending enough money, you need to make sure you do, because that will be the catalyst to you exponentially growing the business. Not just growing, because look, if you have the right mindset and you stay long enough, you stay the course, you will grow your business. But do you want that to take 3 years, or do you want it to take 23 years? It's the same amount, it's the same thing, right? And so I highly encourage you to start doing something about it, and I'm telling you, man, that's the only way to go. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so. If you want to know exactly what we do and how we can help you out, if you're doing more than 5 to 10 sales a month, please schedule a call down below and we can put that gasoline to the fire, and we'll show you exactly how we've taken our clients from 0 to hero in a matter of months. Till next time, sell more solar, stay well, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.